Should I turn that AC on down more?
Yeah.
Come on, Tuck. See, baby. He said, Mom, I'm really not in a mood, Mom. Should I turn it on 68? See what that 68? People think they're so smart. They know so much about so much. And I'm going, oh yeah? Oh yeah, you think you know so much? Tell me about air conditioning. Tell me about the principles of air conditioning, about HVAC. Yeah, how many people on this planet think, oh, an air conditioner cools off the air in a room? It makes the air cool. That's what an air conditioner is. And I'm like, no. You dill hole. It removes the heat. That's what air conditioners do. They take the heat and removes the heat, therefore cooling down the room. That's how it really works. But what do I know? Who am I? Marge, a oak empath, and I just like having these little talks on how I feel about things. We're in it. The weird shit. Me and my buddy Carl have been talking about this like 5 years at least. I think it's been like 5 years since he started watching my videos. He's been tracking the whole time from time to time. I don't think he really needs to watch them anymore because now we just catch up on the phone. You know, I just call him.
Oh, you just
Yeah. I don't always like talking to myself. Sometimes I like when people talk back to me. In a nice way, huh? Hi, pretty girl. Luna's doing great. Tucker went to the vet. We just got home a little while ago. I think the antihistamine starting to kick in.
He's okay.
Yeah. He's like, I'm glad the vet is so sensible and he's so level-headed. I wonder when he's got to be like a Virgo or a Capricorn or a Scorpio. Something like that. I'm going to ask him next time I see him. Dr. Dan.
That's his
No, his name's Dan. I can't remember. That's why I call him that. Dan, Dr. Dan. But you know, Tuck's pretty for a beagle. He's 13, and you know he had a heart. His first 6 months of his life, he lived in a rabbit cage.
Oh,
and
wow.
Because he was in a puppy mill just to bred, you know, so you know, breed dogs so that someone can. It's the animal sex trade, where it bothers me. I like watching that horse lady, Katie Van something or other. That's what they do. They breed horses. And I don't think all horses want to be moms. So I just don't think it's cool to mess with people's fucking free will. Unless they can't control themselves and their free will creates pain and suffering. Benny, you're a good boy. Mom, your hair looks nice. We washed Mom's hair yesterday, and it looks real nice. And it was so much easier. All she had to do was bend over the sink. Dr. Dan's, yeah, I think the skin tags bother him. He thinks it's just antihistamine, which is probably right because their bodies are so enriched with nutrients. I mean, they get really good food, and then I mix like Pure Vital wet stuff in with their good dry stuff, and you know, then they get vitamins and stuff, you know. We're just picking up the collective vibe of the 35th parallel, and everybody's a little extra sensitive, you know. More and more, that's what's happening is more and more people are getting more and more sensitive. You just have the people that are learning how to adapt in healthy, positive ways, and then you have the people that are subduing themselves. Like sedating themselves. They're just staying in a constant state of somehow dulled down without using, because the energy is too potent. But you got to use that energy. I got to go get my weed whacker out of storage. I'm going to use the extra energy I have in the morning to go just start walking with my weed whacker and seeing how much. I'm going to start seeing how much I can clean up of this community for fun and for free. And then I'm going to show the city how it could be done.
Oh, wow. That's a good idea.
And what you do is, see, because I got this idea for an app that everybody that like people that don't have houses and shit go hang out and do, you know, that people are doing drugs because they have nothing better to do. So I have so many ideas to give things people better to do, to give them a purpose and help keeping the place clean in which you live. You know, that's something we can do, and just like have the community have like a library donation basis, let people use a weed whacker and go out, because money's going away anyway, whether I want it to or not, you know. I mean, it's going, so like people on the street have Venmo, all these Cash App, you know, stuff, and then just you're there. GIS software will track their, you know, take a picture of the area before and then take a picture after with the bags of garbage, you know, and then boop, 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 doop, the magic of the interwebs, direct deposit, start getting some people, you know, a sense of purpose again.
That's a good idea.
You think so, Ma?
Yes.
Then I can meet, we can, you know, oh, liability insurance. Fuck you. You don't care about these people. These people you're the fall through the cracks people. You ain't paying attention to us no how. You know, when we need help and we're suffering, so when we're cleaning shit up, fucking don't even look at me, bitch. That's what I'm going to say to the literal Docker D-bag. Little Mare Pasquale. Don't even fucking look at me. Just let me do my thing. You know? I'm not big on police because I think people should police themselves. Even the police can't police themselves. You know, we pay them. I saw a bro today. There are bros everywhere, just parked off, just sitting there, collecting a paycheck in a car that we pay for, air conditioner, all the gadgets, all the bells. Because don't you know what they deserve? How much? You know what? For every cop that exists, all the crime exists because you haven't worked hard enough. And working hard enough is just like, why don't you get out in the community and just talk to people? And instead of giving these bros their own cars, if they're just going to sit there, just give them a chair. And then have a shuttle drop them off and be like, okay, here, sit in your chair. And if somebody calls in the neighborhood and needs help, hurry up and walk over there and help them. Because, you know, proximity, accessibility, proximity to amenity, you know. So anyway, I called today's talk. I did that TikTok video. I'm like 50 short from freaking 10,000, which I think is something. I mean, it's not. It's a little blip. Yet the stars, you know, things anyway. Anyway, I'm third eye activated on TikTok now too. I'm third eye activated on, well, a lot of places. So, never negotiate with the narcissist. I had a real nice conversation with my dear sweet, with the narcissist. It's supposed to go, never negotiate with the terrorists. To me, they're synonyms. They're the same thing. Whether it's a freaking someone that's like, you know, puts themselves in a position where they just make you do a bunch of shit all the time, all the labor, all the hard work, while they'll reap the rewards. And then if you try to stand up for yourself or anything, they're like, don't be selfish. When I grew up with that, man. So now I'm like, it's like weird kid printed in my, don't be so, like, I get mad at the dogs. Because I used to, for 3 years, I took all 4 of my dogs out on a leash 4 or 5 times a day, one at a time. And now I don't got to do that no more. But that's my dedication. There's so many people that are just like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's not any fun. Who fucking cares how you feel about fucking how work feels? It used to be that people fucking worked really hard and then like rewarded themselves. Now they fucking reward themselves and fucking work is a goddamn bleep, and that ain't okay by me. So I'm gonna show to people. I'm gonna go out and work.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to ask people if they want to join me in working.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. For fun and for free. And then the abundance starts coming. See, then the good energy starts coming. People want the good energy to start coming for minimal effort and then get all the abundance without hardly doing jack shit and then never paying that shit back. Like, how many people on the homeless, like, come out of it? It's like, don't you want to help where the people, like, don't you know where the system fails? Don't you want to help? Like, I want to have porta potties everywhere. Why should just, like, the city employees and stuff get to drive around with them on a fucking trailer and shit? Like, why should some groups of people have these luxuries and amenities and creature comforts while some people, their fucking flesh is rotting on the streets? And more people are becoming homeless every fucking day, man. Cause people got the greed. They're like, you know, I'll just make it a short term, you know. Oh, that's what's fucking ruining Taos. Is the fucking Tourons, you know, $150 a night to live in, you know, go to the land of enchantment. Oh, like drive around, watch out for the drunken Indians and shit, and the murderers and the rapists. Dude, here in the grocery store at Smith's, people get shot in the face and killed. Everybody just goes, whoop. Everybody, like, you know. Some just like, if they want you dead, you'll be dead. If somebody wants you, I mean, and they don't got, you know. World's like the old West. Because people are just self-will-run riot. They don't got no emotional control. As much as I want to freaking rage sometime, I will take my feet off and stomp my feet like a little kid. And get all my yayas out. Just to keep the peace, man. You know, somebody wants to fight? Dance off, bitch! You know what I mean? I mean, why people gotta bleed? Why people gotta hurt? Why people gotta die? Nobody gotta die. Nobody gotta kill nobody. People want to fight because they're fucking hurt. People are mad because they are hurt. I got hurt in the last couple of days. My feelings got hurt. I'm done with oh boy. Last time I did a talk, he was blowing me up with emergency with his dogs. And then at the end of it, a couple hours later, is a different emergency. And I was like, dude, I can't. I had to block. And then I heard today at the park, this is what hurt my feelings. Not for long, just for a few minutes. Is that I found out he was putting trash out of his mouth with my name on it. Oh. He was talking shit about me. Yeah. See, you help people, and when I help people, I just do it and I leave it. And I don't expect things back from the person that I'm helping. I just know that Creator Universe is going to help support me in taking care of Mom and the critters. And me. And this dude freaking, like, was blaming me for the death of his dogs because I didn't buy his medicine. He's a 60-year-old man. I'm sorry, I did the work. It's so too bad. Thank you for being the example of what happens when people don't do the work. So please, I implore anybody out there, learn how to fucking do something that's going to do some good in your local community. Garden. Stock shelves. You know, do remedial work. Pick up garbage. Do something so you don't sit there and think about, you know, I feel like I'm a piece of shit. Because so many people feel like a piece of shit, but what are they doing? They're not doing anything to feel better. And playing video games? Oh my gosh. I mean, like, dude, there's men should not be playing video games as much as they should be out supporting the infrastructure, like doing all, like, we need more farmers, like, because people are retiring. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and people have been playing too much. And we about to see hell on earth. But, talked to my friend yesterday. Narcissists that just make you want, God, they're all over the internet. Amy, I saw a TikTok this morning with this young girl this other woman video recorded it and overheard this guy talking shit about the woman he's supposed to marry. Like, because he just met something better. He just saw something better. Because his heart is never with Amy. He's just with her until something better comes along. But, you know, you got to go through the motions, get married, all that stuff. And so this girl put it out there. It's like, dude, if your name's Amy and your fiance is this guy, you know, and he went and did this, please, you know. And my whole life I've heard that because I've always worked in male-dominated careers. Always. My whole life I've worked in male-dominated careers. So I know how men really think. I was in the military. I was in IT. And you tell a dude that, like, you know, he's a special little boy and he's got the golden penis and all that stuff. They, like, grow up and believe that shit. Look at fucking P. Diddy. Look at all these guys that, like, dominated, control, put stuff in people's butts just because, you know who. It's just gross. It's sick. It's psychological. Because they don't got no free will. They take their free will and do weird things. I mean, and it breaks spirits. Hopefully the spirits that they tried to break are, you know, there's always going to be a flicker in there because the human spirit is just so resilient. The soul sack? Bah, I don't know about that, but the human spirit, man, what we've endured, me and Mom, fuck. Now I look around and I see people fucking snivel. You know, and I see all these brats. They're all over Taos. You know, their mom and dad bought them these big old fucking trucks with all this power. These kids have no business driving these trucks. I wonder if the parents are going to start taking out, like, $1 million life insurance policies on their kids. Like, do they really believe, like, their little kid is, like, just, like, going to abide by all the... I mean, and the public is the ones that have to deal with these little shits. Because mommy and her grandma or someone told them that they were the special little boy with the golden penis. And I see it all over social media. Girls too. It's just that energy. It's that revved energy. If people, it's in women. I have it. That's how I know about it. That's why I have my dumbbell. That's why I go for walks. That's why I'm going to whack weeds. To use, like Mom used to say, my energy wisely. Because when I don't, people get bored. People do weird stuff. You know, in the world. And now, I listened to Robert RP this morning. And he had something about that dude over in Israel, the Narafat guy. He said in an interview that he was smirkingly, with a smirk on his face. They were talking about having him arrested for crimes against humanity. And he had a smirk on his face, and he said, "You can't arrest me. I got to go watch the video footage. I got to see the smirk myself." He said, "Because you can't arrest me for the crimes of humanity, because if you arrest me, you'd have to go and arrest old baby bitch Bush, the dude I flipped off on 9/11 out the 8-shot hangar door off at Air Force Base, for his role on that day." It's like it's a slap in the face. You have these freaking mental, like, these guys, like, these people don't know what it is to be a real human, because they haven't even, like, they haven't done laundry, like, they haven't done things that humans do. They've done what they've wanted to do. Put on suits and go and just talk all day. And act like they care about people and get paid $200,000, $170,000 a year and only work, like, less than half a year. And then ignore people. And then they have that, and then they watch too much fucking Sopranos and shit. So now they got all their special dealings and, you know, drugs, because that's what the power hungry do. More. Because they don't channel their energy and use it wisely. Power, control, dominance. You know, they're all creepy pervs. I've never looked at them as, like, men that are respectable that I can look up to as predominant male figure. No, they all fucking... Dude, they're all getting blown in the freaking Oval Office. With all the parties and stuff that they have there. They're all creeps. It's gross that like the word that like America believes that these are the people, and now they're trying to decriminalize. The feds are trying to marijuana. Well, it's not a class. It's like yeah, it never has been. But guess what? How many prison systems freaking profited so much and people got pensions and stuff from somebody medicated with a freaking dime bag of weed, and now they're trying. They're the ones that made it legal and have kept it legal, and now they want to make themselves heroes by that. It's not. It's just it's insane. I keep imagining what the world could be. I really do. Like I was talking to Mr. Iskey this morning, and he was looking up parts for his tractor, and I watch a lot of maintenance stuff because I'm maintenance minded. It's how my brain works. Like troubleshooting and figure out problems and how to make things and systems easier. Without getting And so I think about a world where the engineers and the mechanics, they sit down in a room and they design things that are good for people. Because there is such a disconnect between the engineers, the people that draw, and they don't make things to last. They make things that are gonna break, and they do. And they put all these little stupid parts in and plastic plugs so that they break. And that puts people and it's old cars, it's new cars, and I know there's a lot of people that are living that best life and they don't gotta worry about money and shit. There's more people that do. And they're the ones I'm thinking about. Because not a lot of people are thinking about them. Today's Wednesday, so I went to the park and they feed they just give people a free meal. I think I'm going to see if I can do that in a different part of town on a different day for a different clientele. You just got to get out there and show people that they don't have to live that way. But that's why people are living that way, because they don't have, they have all these nonprofits, but I'm not going to, you know what, for my place is going to be like, hey, are you trying to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday, but not as good as you're going to be tomorrow? Sure, all right, then you can crash here for the night. I just don't want people drinking there. And I don't want people doing blues and shit like that. Doesn't mean I'm going to turn them away. No. If they're hostile, yeah. I want my place to be a place where people can come unwind. Because it took me fucking 15 years to figure out how to unwind, so I just want to share what I got with everybody else.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna have pet rescues, so if people can't afford, like if they come and they need new axles and shit, I can help hook them up with that stuff, with donations and stuff,
That's a good idea.
and teach them how to work on their own car so they can keep it on the road, because it's not as hard. Mechanics have just got real greedy too. There's good ones out there, of course. Just like there's good police. They can't seem to figure out who the bad police are, but they're good ones. What the fuck ever, dude. Fucking misappropriation of funds. So, and if they can't afford it, well, we're going to have cats, catios, pet rescue all over the place. Dog kennels. Because this community needs it. There's fucking strays everywhere. Pick it up and take them over to Marge's. We got room, Feed them, spay them, neuter them. Try and find a place to live, or them to live. Stuff like that. There are solutions. There's just too many lazy people that are standing in the way with all the red bureaucrats with the red tape and, we don't want to do what the community does. Dude, I was so pissed off. I saw where they did like a night pour or like a late pour for a new tennis court. We live in fucking Taos, New Mexico. Like 4 people maybe play fucking tennis. And I wrote, my comment was still nothing on affordable housing. You people play too much. Come out with the councilwoman and play tennis. How about you? No. Nope. And they're all related. It's all freaking, politics are just all very, very incestuous. I'm so glad that people are going to go in there and freaking shake shit up. I'm so happy for that. I'm so happy because, hi Tuck. Here, let me take off your. It's okay, baby. Good boy. He's so sensitive. He don't like pills and stuff like that. Here, drink some water, please. Go up there by Luna. Good boy. Go ahead. Good dog. Come here. Oh, you want me to lift you up? Okay, I can do that. Go ahead. Oh. Good dog. Go get your girl. Good boy. Oh my goodness. That's Dan. He's like, oh, it's this guy. Someone's like, what's his name? I said Tucker, because his tumor on his side.
Oh.
Then the lady that trimmed his nails, oh, I had a dog that died from a tumor. I said, yeah, it's probably what's going to do it for him, but do we got to talk about that fucking now?
Oh.
Like, you know what I mean?
Oh.
I'm okay with death. It's just, I don't want to think about it, because I'm too psychic. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't want to keep seeing stuff before stuff happens, because I never know, is that how you make it? Or do you just know it? Like, do we know things are going to happen, or do we make it happen because we see? That's one of the questions I will never get answered. I got to put his thing back on because now he's looking at me. Good boy, Talk. Good boy. Oh, you chewing? Benny's chill down here. I'm going to put on a t-shirt. They're shutting the water off because the neighbors are having some plumbing done tomorrow.
Oh. It was so good.
It's not going to impact us in any kind of way. I'll take a shower tonight before bed, or early in the morning before, like 7, before nobody fucking shows up before 10 o'clock in Taos.
Oh,
But van's getting signed over tomorrow.
what?
Getting rid of the van tomorrow. They're making the last payment.
Oh, you're gonna.
It's going to a good family.
Oh, a good family.
Yeah. And they got a young teenage girl that is homebound.
Homebound.
She don't get out much, and now she can go for rides and stuff.
Oh.
Because it's okay. He don't like pills. He's so sensitive, and he's so, yeah. So I gotta go back to the vet tomorrow and then bring the title because she's gotta work. So we'll take care of it all there. I'm just so happy. Like she told me, like they've been, and because her daughter has a 120 or 130 pound dog. That's like her best friend. That like she gets nervous when they're separated. It's her emotional support dog.
Oh.
Like just like sometimes focusing on something you love makes navigating through the world less shitty. And that's what this dog is for her. And the dog that can go in the van. There's room in the back.
Good. Oh.
In the mini.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, it's going to a real good home. You know? But that's what's going on is like people, even empaths, they found their niche and they're like, oh, I got the money. Cause I know that's what's happening because I've really been looking at that lately. Like, now that Mom and I are in a place where we're secure, which is not a place that I don't think we've ever been, where we want to be, where we don't have to go, or like, you know, our spirits haven't yearned for something else, right? Like we're content.
Yes, content.
Like we found our forever home, right? And so, you got it? But even like I was talking to the Brenda, the receptionist today at the clinic, and she said, "Did you hear? Are you paying attention about the big alignment on June 3rd?" And I was like, "No, it's not on my radar yet because I'm at the vet." And then I thought about it, and I was like, "Oh, is that where like all the planets are aligning?" Yeah, I think I seen something about that. But it's June 3rd, you know, so it's not even like I mean, like, there's so much, it's a little, but yeah, it's on my radar. Anyway, I said, do you listen to Joe the astrologer? And she said, yes. Because everybody I meet, I'm like, learn astrology, learn your chart, learn yourself. And there's energies like, don't fucking go out. Like, you know, stuff like that. Like, don't fly. I mean, it's been proven just so much. It's weird. And the tornadoes, my heart fucking goes out to fuck it. Dude, there's a tornado that was like not very far from where Benny came from in Trainer, Iowa. Why does my phone is just doing its own shit and it's so annoying. I want to just throw it against the wall. It called 3 people today. In my pocket. When I was walking, I just hear bring, and I'm like, what the like, and I keep it. It's just stupid. So, Greenfield. It's an hour and 10 minutes. It's 62 miles. It's exactly like okay, well here. Benny came from Trainer, Iowa, and that's where so I don't know where the traffic anyway, took out the fucking they don't even have a death count yet. Like, these storms are no, like, people are gonna really need to start valuing life because it's gonna be harder and harder to come by. Whether people are sad because it's too hard and nobody recognizes them and give a shit about them, us anyway. Or that's funny. So stupid. Wait till they anyway. Fucking VA bullshit. Yeah, there's more and more people being misplaced. More and more. More and more everywhere. More and more all over the place. More people being displaced. And it's every day. I mean, because I've been tracking weather my whole life. Where? I had some cat in a mood. He said I'm ready for my snackatoot. This is it now. And they're moving so slow. That's why it's like, it's just, they're sitting there. Those are little lightning strikes. They just sit there. And Earth don't care. Like, their economic background. I was talking to Mr. Risky today, and I said, it's not like these people have, it's like these elites are playing video games. They're the same a-holes, like, oh, if you hit this kind of person, that's 50 points. Do you ever, like, ride in the car? That's a stupid game that I've heard people play. And I've even said no, that, like, you know, like making people speed bumps, like hitting. No, because I know people that their relatives died by getting run over. And, you know, it's like people don't value life. They play. They think it's funny because they see it on TV and the movies and in video games. Oh, it's so funny. It cracks somebody's skull open. Urgh. Well, you got people that are freaking wackadoos, and now they just think it's fun to try. And that's fine. That's all because they don't listen to good orderly direction. They have no God. They're narcissists. Narcissists are void of rules. No discipline. Just do what you want whenever you want all the time. Makes people creeps. And then when they can't, they'll do the things that they want to do in order to make things happen. That's why so many people get freaking drugged in bars. I think about that now. I'm like, dude, how many times did I get fucking drugged? Where, like, I've only had a couple of beers, but I felt like I've had, like, 12. Like, whoa, you know, like what the kind of weird shit has happened to me? I hope I'm not in any movies I'm not getting paid for. I already know people just do whatever they want. I'm just glad it never killed me. You know, that I never came across nobody that, like, really was good. I have been kicked in the face to knock down a flight of stairs.
Margie,
What?
it's 10 minutes, but I can't have
Okay.
the little tail's going.
He's just, okay.
He's happy.
I'm glad he's happy. Are you happy, Ma?
Yeah, I'm happy.
My head
With
hurts.
his little tail.
I even got a cup of coffee. Lady girl made it special. I don't like Starbucks. I like the people that live in the community that work at the Starbucks. That's what I like. You know, and there's people, corporations and politicians. They're freaking serving people in a place they will never go, and they are bending knee to people that don't know them and give a shit about them when they could really be doing good stuff here. But they're serving the higher echelon still. I don't like it. I'm going to see what I can do to change it. Because I'm not a narcissist. It took me a long time to figure out what a narcissist was.
What is it?
It's just an asshole that just wants to do what they want to fucking do all the time, and they'll rape, rob, steal, freaking do whatever. They don't care. They don't have no emotion. They don't got no heart. They don't got no spirit, no soul. They might have that voice that says, "Don't do that. It's not the right thing to do." But they're like, "Fuck it. I want something in my butt." You know, it's just they're just creepy. They're gross. They're men, they're women, they're in all shapes and sizes. Their color of their skin are vast. It's all of them. It's just free will. And there's so many people that start out with, you know, like people that have arrived in some place. What are you doing to help the people that you know can't help themselves along the way? That's what I want to know. Because there's so many people on this freaking continent that just can't take care of themselves. They were never taught, or they were so baby they never learned how to take care of themselves. This morning I was taking a shower, and I was laughing because I was thinking about how moms grew up on give them a fish, eat for a day, teach them a fish, eat for a lifetime, becoming self-sufficient and stuff. And I came out, I was getting ready to go take a shower, and I came out and I was like, oh, I said, Mom, I remember when I was little and that's how I learned how to plan ahead, how to think ahead, how to plan. And because I would get out of the shower and be freezing my ass off, because we always lived in freaking shacks with like freaking concrete floors and no, you know, and it's just cold. That's one of the reasons why I think I walk on my toes, because I don't like cold. I'm a toe walker. And so, but, and so, yeah, and so too many times I would finish my shower or my bath and I'd forget to grab my towel and bring it in the bathroom with me, and I would holler for Mom, and Mom wouldn't bring it to me. So of course I'd have to freaking yeah. And then it only needed to happen a few times before I remember to grab my. There's a lot of like freaking kids that don't like know how to freaking turn on the water, make sure it's not too hot. Like, people don't know how to do things that they need to. You need to go potty? You want to go outside? Is she moody? I'm not understanding. Will to live. Different. I was so fucking like, dude, I really tried. Like, and this dude put me in a bind. That's the same dude that was gonna hang out with Mom when I had to drive 2 hours north to Colorado for my fucking 20-minute exam they could have done here in Taos. Anyway, and he threw a tantrum like a little bitch. And was like, I'm going to need $200 before I even do it. I'm like, dude, to fucking just hang out with my mom, who's a really neat lady. And then the guy told me today, he's like, Batman was saying, like, does your mom have dementia? Like, is she gonna? I said, dude, she got her head slammed in a car door. It's dementia. It's all head injury. It's all dead tissue. Memory loss. It's all dead because it's your brain is a muscle. If you do not use it, it's like your heart. If you don't use it, you lose it. Your brain, you don't use it, you lose it. And people just have put themselves in repetitive freaking cycles in their life and have done the same thing year in, year out, and don't know how to do much of anything else. And then at the end of their lives, you try and freaking change their pattern, it breaks their brains. One thing I know about is brains and how brains operate. Like, because mom's had it, my dad almost, he had 3 major skull fractures from a culvert pipe that weighed 2,500 pounds, fell off a truck. And I got to figure out what hospital he might have gone to the hospital where later his daughter succumbed, my half-sister, from injuries sustained from motorcycle accident. What, that'd be weird there, Karma. You want to go potty, girl? Want to go outside? Yeah. Oh, you just want to kiss? What do you want? What you doing? I'm just talking. I just was talking. Just was talking and stuff. Are you hot in your bits?
Hello, Stanley.
You need to go potty outside?
Stanley.
I'll take you right now if you want. Little girl. Okay, I will. Stanley. Oh, I can get rid of my van flyers that are here. Let me wrap up this talk. Yeah, but to freaking blame me for your dog's dying, that is just like, and then like, I'm sure, I don't know, but like, it's not like there's places that his 20-something-year-old daughter can, like, I just can't. Just like, I don't know. I'm not going to stop helping people. I'll let anybody screw me over one time. Maybe, no, even twice. It's not likely, because, one time I could be in accident circumstances, I get it, and I just hope I don't forget. Like, I don't stay mad. I forget that I get mad, and I see somebody and I want to talk to them. And then later I remember why I don't want to talk to them. So, what do you do? Life is so weird, but, I mean... And then the other guy that stole from me, he was at the park and he made a point not to come over and say hello, but he stood there at the bus station, waiting for the bus for like 20 minutes. Because when people do you dirty, they'll keep associating with you until they know that they done you dirty. And I just assume hang out by myself. I'm gonna start editing videos that I make. And organizing all the pictures that I have. Because I've got, like, I don't know. I've had different accounts, but I have a lot of photos. So that's how I'm going to start spending my time. Because it's going to start getting hot. We're just going to hang out at home and hang out with Mom. And, live life here while the apocalypse happens. Huh, Luna? So, anyway, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, that's what I was saying, is about Brenda, and she said, yeah, I listened to Joe the astrologer, and I said, he's just like the rest. It's like they get good information, and they could just maintain that trajectory. Everybody always takes it to paid content. Like, here's some stuff, but you get the good stuff, you got to pay for it. And I'm just like, dude, aren't you like a spiritualist? Don't you believe in the principles that you're a spiritual being having a human experience? Then if things are really going to get weird with money and stuff like that, like, why are you trying to collect so much of money if money doesn't exist? Like, that's what bugs me about Ben Davidson and his little t-shirts. Old boy's like, why are you having people pay for your compound if money's not real, But they can buy in to being a part of it. But money's not, I don't understand. Like how You know? And when are people going to start thinking more about other people? Because freaking everybody's going to be going through shit. Ain't nobody's lives are going to be untouched with this next chapter, this next part, up and through freaking, God, the end of the year. Jesus, shit. Fuck. Anyway, it's just going to keep getting weirder and weirder. Weirder and weirder. People just have to learn better coping skills. Or we're just going to keep going, that society's going to keep going off the cliff. Either be a good example or a bad one. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace. I'm coming.